4. Get us started, please. Let's see. For the function, f of x equals base 2x and the exponent x plus 2. I need f of negative 4. What'd you get for f of negative 4? Diego, Romo. One what? 1/4. That is correct. Hands if you got that. All right. How about f of 0? Pass someone. Diego. 1. That is correct. 4. So now let's go to the function f of x base 10 x plus 1 exponent. I need f of negative 4. What'd you get for f of negative 4? Pass someone. 1. Beep, beep. 1 over what? Close. Help them out. Itapela. 1 over what? Bless you. 10 to the 3rd power, which is 1,000. That is correct. 1/1000. Which means f of 0 is what, Jose? What is it? 10. That is correct. All right, for the transformation of cubic function, before we move it forward to the left, what does the 1/2 do to the entire cubic function? Anaya. What is it? Yeah, it compresses or makes it itty bitty smaller, like so. Then we move it forward to the left. Number 3, what'd you get for A, Frida? A to the 10th power. How about B? -1. That is correct. Check your work. You're like, how did you get that? Well, negative is an invisible -1 multiplying q to the 0. What is q to the 0 power, everyone? 1 times -1 is -1. And C. I'm going to go over C just so that you can see. See what I did there? See what I did there? All right, here we go. I put an exponent of 1 here on the 2. Distribute the -2 there. And the -2 to the other exponents. So we end up with 2 to the -2 over b to the what? +6, yes? All right. Can we have a negative exponent there? No. So I put a 1, bring that one down here, positive exponent, times b to the 6. However, I'm not done. 1 over, what is 2 squared? 4b to the 6. Just a little juggling of numbers with properties. And last but not least, what you get for, anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, number 4. Tell you what you got for number 4, so like that we get Alyssa to enlighten us. Number 4. All right, Alyssa, what'd you get? All right, she said a to the x times a to the -2, which becomes what? A to the x over 8 to the second. That is correct. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Let's go. Okay. So, copy the agenda. Warm-up number 104, rational functions. Home plate for tonight, 8 problems, graphing only. So, yesterday during tutoring, I asked one of your colleagues, and I'm like, so do you think we're ready for a pop party today? And guess what they said? What do you think, Valente? What do you think they said? Yeah, you're close, but no, they actually said we were ready for a pop party. But the tutor said, you know what, Mr. Q, I think they're going to need more practice. So I said, okay, let's make it another practice day today about them apples. All right? And we won't say who your colleague was. Let's just, you know, keep it on the down low. Yeah? All right? So, with that said, however, we did have 6 problems for home plate. Turn those in on Canvas, please, right now. Those 6 on the screen. And tonight's home plate, it's only 8 problems. They are on the screen. Take a picture of that with your phone or a screenshot, whatever is best. And then get a Cornell note ready once you turn in your home plate. All right. I'll give you guys some time to set up your Cornell and turn in your home plate. Go. Here we go. Our objective for today, I can write, solve, and graph rational functions. I can write, solve, and graph rational functions. By now, we should know what rational functions are, yes? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, without your notes, type me a definition, 1 example, 1 non-example, and 1 hashtag. And go. You got, what, 1 minute? Go. So let's see, correct answers on your screen. It says an equation with fractions. Yes, or rational expressions. So here's an equation with fractions. And it's f of x equals 1/2 x plus 4, non-example, and a hashtag. All right. So with that said, writing utensils down, I'm going to do a quick just recap of where we've been. And this is to clarify for some of you some, how can I say, a disturbance in the force. How about them apples? Okay? So writing utensils down, look up to the screen. So we've looked at rational functions. There's only two types of rational functions that I introduced. F of x equals 1/x. Is that correct? And the second one was yesterday. F of x equals 1/x squared. Those are the only 2 types of rationals that we've introduced. Tell your neighbor the difference from one to the other. Obvious difference. Everyone? The square, yeah. So let's see what's the difference from one to the other in graphing. Here it goes. Yes? No, you're just paying attention. So for both of them, we need our VA, and it's x equals 0, our HA, y equals 0. So VA, there it is, HA, there it is. And what points do I need for this one? I need 1, 1, and -1, -1. And if you notice, these are, I'm going to say parallel. Just not to say opposite or in opposite corners or whatever. Okay? All right. Let's go to this one. Same. VA, x equals 0. HA, y equals 0. So here's my VA. There's my HA. And I'm going to use 1, 1. But for this one, since it has a square, I'm going to use the other side as -1, 1. And this, if you notice, they are what? Side by side. Those are the only two types of graphs that we're looking at right now. If you get anything that looks different, then you made a mistake. The only thing that differs is that if we put a negative somewhere, then it's going to flip these the opposite direction. Same thing with these, opposite direction. So, how do we know which one to start with? Because we need to start graphing using the parent function. Well, if I give you the equation that looks like this, look up. G of x equals 5x minus 4 over, give me a number, x plus 2. Well, the first place you need to look for is the denominator. Look at it. Does it have a square anywhere? No, if it doesn't, then that means we're going to use the graph that looks like this. However, if you end up with an equation, or if you have an equation that looks like this, look up, 3 over x minus 1 squared plus 5. Well, we look at the denominator. Is there a square anywhere? Yes. So that means we're going to use the parent function that starts like that. Once again, this one, the parent function is what? F of x equals 1 over x. What is the parent function for that one? F of x equals 1 over x squared. We're just clarifying what the graph looks like. So, with that said, look at this one. G of x equals negative 5 over x plus 3 minus 2. Tell your neighbor which graph, which parent function and graph are we going to use for that one? Talk to your neighbor. Which one? Which one? Frida? One over x. Tell your neighbor why she said 1 over x, please. Because there's no squared on the denominator. Ah! Look at this one. G of x equals 6x minus 3 over 2x minus 2. Tell your neighbor which parent function are we going to use for that one? Diego Rosas. What is it? 1 over x. That is correct. Why, Diego? Because the denominator does not have a square. All right, not bad. How about this one? G of x equals negative 2 over x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 5. Say, neighbor, which parent function and graph are we using for that one? Joel. Which one? The one with an x squared. Yeah, 1 over x squared, f of x, which means the graph needs to look like that. Yes. Why? Because there's a squared on the denominator. So with that said, let's see. Let me go back to the home plate from last night. Look at it. Tell your neighbor which ones the parent function was 1 over x and which ones the parent function was 1 over x squared. All right, get us started. JP. Number 1, what is the function? No, the parent function. Yeah, 1 over x, or it has to look like this. Yes. Any other for 1 over x? Lorena? 2. What else? 3. 4. Any other, everyone? Tell me ever why Lorena said 1, 2, 3, and 4 for f of x 1 over x, please? Yeah, because the denominators do not have what? Squares. That is correct, which means for the last two, the parent function you should have used was 1 over x squared for both of these. Or the graph to start with needed to look like this. So with that said, tell your neighbor, for tonight's home plate, which graphs are which? Talk it over your neighbor. Which graphs are which? All right. Jaden. One, 2, and 3 is f of x 1 over x. That means it's going to look like this and like this. We're just going to move it around. And the rest should be x squared. Is that correct, guys? All right, I think we got it. So with that said, write this down, please. We're going to do a couple together. Example Q. G of x equals 3x minus 4 over x minus 2. All right, tell your neighbor which is the parent function for that one. And write it over here on the side because we're going to use it to start our graph in a little bit. F of x equals what, everyone? 1 over x. Okay, we'll leave it there for right now. Let's transform this one. How do we transform that one or rewrite it? Tell your neighbor, please. What do we do first? All right, get us started, please. Noel, what do I do? Divided, yes. 3x minus 4 divided by x minus 2. So, what number times x gives us 3x, everyone? 3. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Subtract, which means we distribute that here and here. So, this cancels. 3x and 3x cancel. We're left with 2. All right, so how do we write our answer? Okay, we got 3 plus a fraction. The remainder is 2 over x minus 2. But we still need to rewrite that, yes? All right, what do we do? Tell your neighbor, please. All right. Joel, what do we do? Do you flip it? Okay, what do I flip? 3 on the other side. How about the 2? In the front. All right, so tell me what to write. Let's go! Equals g of x. Hands, have you got that? All right, so now we can start graphing our parent function. So over here on the side, get your coordinate plane. All right, so our VA is x equals 0, our HA, y equals 0. All right, so let me do that here. Pass someone, Joel? Yeah, I need to graph. parent function? 1, 1. -1, -1. That is correct. All right, there's our parent function. Okay. But now we need to graph our transform function, which means we need a new VA and a new HA. Tell your neighbor what you got for those two, and then we'll have Diego pass someone. Our new VA and our new HA. Pass someone, Diego. Our new VA is what? Can't hear you with the AC. 2, that is correct. And our HA? 3. Okay, so let's get those. 1, 2. Our HA is 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Can we move them now? According to this, tell your neighbor what direction we're going to move them. Help me out. Valente, where are we going to move them to? According to this, where are we going to move these two? Zoe, help them out. 3 up. Okay, so far so good. 3 up. 2 to the right. That is correct. 2 right, 3 up. However, can we start moving it already? No. Why not? Tell your neighbor what this is going to do to both of these points. It moves them, right? So I move this one to 1, 2, so I'm going to move it up here. And this one to -1, -2, so I'm going to move it down here. All right, now we can move them. 2 to the right. I'm going to start with this one. 2 to the right. Oh, sorry. We got 1, 2, and 3 up. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to move this one. 2 to the right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And there you go. We ended up with, let's see, where are we at? We ended up with this one up here and with this one down here. Hands if you did something like that for home plate last night? Yes, some of us, okay. All right, so that's the process. Let's do another one. Example, Michael Jordan Q. Example, MJQ. Bless you. Bless you. Let's do 3. I'm sorry. G of X equals 3 over X squared plus 4X plus 4 plus 2. No, let's make it 4. That's 4. All right. First thing, we need to rewrite it, yes? All right, let me help you. There you go. All right, so let's see. Get us started, please. To rewrite that, Juan, what do I do? Power Rangers? 4 over 4. Factors of 4 that add up to 4, everyone. 2 and 2, or in other words, x plus 2 squared. Okay, so the denominator's done. What do I do next, Delilah? Still have that 3 and that 4. What do we do? We've got the denominator done. Where do I move that 3 to? Yeah, to the front. And what stays on top? A 1. Yeah, and then we finish it off by bringing down the plus 4. All right, so according to this one, tell your neighbor which parent function you need to write over here on the side to get started. F of x equals what? Everyone? 1 over x squared. That is correct. So let's graph our parent function for that first. Once again, the VA is x equals 0, HA, y equals 0. Here we go. All right. So give me the 2 points to graph our parent function. Jessica. Negative 1, 1, and 1, 1. Damn, Jessica, without missing a beat. Let's go. So that's true. So we're there. So where are we going to move these points according to this transformation over here? Tell your neighbor, where are we going to move them to? All right, Briseida, where to? 2 to the left, 4 up. Can we move them already? No, because we need to transform them, but we also need what? Our new VA and our new HA. Can you remember what they are, please? What's our new VA? What's our new HA? Dulce, new VA? Negative 2. And our new HA? 4. Okay, so let's get those down. We got 1, 2. And our new HA, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring this down because mine's not going to fit. All right, so there they are. Next, now we can move them 2 to the left. Oh, no, we can't. Tell your neighbor why we can't move them yet. What are we going to do with this 3, please? What do we do with that 3? Christina, what do we do with that 3? Move these to 3. So we go 1, 2, 3. So now my new ones are here and here. And now we can move these 2 points, 2 to the left and 4 up. So I'm going to go this 1, 2 to the left, 1, 2, 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other one's going to be across the way. So I'm going to go across this way and just reflect the other one right there. All right, from 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with this? Okay, I think we got it, right? Did we clarify some of the spider webs? Yes? Yes, that's a cue. All right, good. All right, do me a favor, send me your notes. I want to see what you've been doing. Hold on. All right, see if you can do this one by yourself. Example 3, Shazam Q. Says rewrite the function, graph, identify domain and range. Right now I'm just worried about the graphing portion. So let's get the graphing done. So you need to rewrite it, then identify the parent function, graph the parent function. From there, graph the new VA, HA, and then graph the new graph, transform graph, and we'll go from there. Copy and go. We got g of x equals 4 over x squared minus 10x plus 25 minus 6. Go. All right, so there's the sample. Let me zoom in over here on my view. Oh. My goodness. There it is. Let's see. There's the correct answer on the screen. So it went up here to a stretch, and then they brought it down over here to 5 to the right and 6 down. And here's the domain and range. Make sure you make those corrections. I'll stop right there. Once again, tonight's home plate, 8 problems. Make sure you get those done, please. Because tomorrow, hint, hint, wink, wink. Maybe tomorrow we are ready for a pop party. Stop right there. Bye.